there, I'm Jeremy Riden, the host of Raising Rainbow, the channel that's 100% committed to encouraging, enlightening, and empowering the LGBTQ plus community. You know, this flag behind me, if you see it flying in a store or someone's house, you automatically have a recognition that that's a gay-friendly home. Whether the people in it are part of the LGBTQ plus themselves or they're an ally, friend, or family member. It's a safe flag and is identified as gay pride. Identity. When you see that flag, you know it represents something. I want to ask you, what do you represent to yourself? Because identity is everything. If you don't identify as a beautiful, wonderful, happy person, then you're going to struggle to be a beautiful, wonderful, happy person. Probably the two most powerful words in the dictionary is I am. I am. You know, we talk about affirmations a lot. I am strong. I am capable. I am beautiful. And, you know, some people make fun of affirmations, but affirmations are powerful, especially affirmations you're telling yourself. You know, you're having an affirmation dialogue all the time. Many people don't realize that the thoughts you say within yourself, that conversation, that mental dialogue that you got going on is a affirmation machine. But we want that mind to be a machine that is an ally. Remember, that flag represents an ally. It represents a supporter. It represents safety. Are you a supporter of yourself? Are you an ally to yourself? What do I mean? Are you encouraging yourself when you are thinking about your life, when you're thinking about your future and your goals? Or are you constantly complaining like, I'll never have enough money. I don't know how I'm ever going to succeed. I'm fat. I'm ugly. If you're speaking negative to yourself, you cannot expect a positive future. Negativity does not create sustaining success. Now, yes, there's people that are propelled by fear. There are people that are propelled by anger, but fear and anger is not a long-term solution for success if you want to be happy, healthy, and enjoy the journey. If fear is pushing you, yes, you may get some results, but you really won't enjoy the process or even enjoy the destination. Life's too short to be afraid of getting out of it alive. You're not getting out of life alive. So stop fearing death and start enjoying life. I am going to enjoy life. See, there's that I am. I am happy. I am healthy. I am wealthy. Now, a lot of people, they say affirmations don't work. Affirmations don't work because you don't believe it. You do not believe it. You cannot lie to your soul and expect to reach your goal. So that's why a lot of people, when they say, I'm going to be a millionaire, I'm going to be a millionaire, they know in their soul they're not ready to be a millionaire. They don't really believe it, and therefore they never become a millionaire. And not everyone should be a millionaire. Money doesn't automatically mean success. But at the same time, being poor doesn't automatically mean you're righteous. But what can we do if we can't lie to our soul, but we want to see better outcomes in our life and have a better experience? We can guide our soul. We can guide our soul with an identity of that we're becoming better, that it's getting better. And so instead of speaking about affirmations, I like to talk about something that St. John talks about that's called afformations. Afformations. And what that is a little mind game, a little mind trick that a lot of people are not aware of that could help you if you struggle with believing your affirmations. What affirmation is, instead of saying something positive over your life that you don't believe, ask yourself a positive question for your mind to find the solution. The mind is a problem solver. The mind is constantly looking for problems. That's what it's made. It's made for us to survive. That's why if you don't control your mind, channel your mind, guide your mind, if you're not in charge of your mind, then your mind's like a toddler. It will get out of hand and it will start looking for problems where there are none. Start looking for boogeymen where there are none and create drama and stress in your life because you're allowing your mind to be in control. Yes, we here at Raising Rainbow believe in mind control. We believe in indoctrination, meaning you controlling your own mind, you feeding your own mind, you putting your own dogma, your belief system about how you want to be. So affirmation, what is this? This is where you would ask your mind a question, probably right before you sleep. So before you go to sleep or before you take a nap, you would say to your mind, let's say you need an extra $500. You want to save $500 for a weekend getaway nearby. Instead of saying, I got 500, I got 500, I got 500, you would simply say to spirit, to the universe, to your higher self before you went to sleep, you would take a deep breath and you would simply say, how can I receive an additional $500 in this next month? Or how can I earn another $500 this next month? Or how can I bring in another $500? How can I bring in another $500? You're posing a question to your mind. Then you drift off to sleep, and what happens is that mind remembers in the echo chambers of your dreams that you had a question, and the mind is a problem solver. So it gets busy trying to come up with a solution how to get that $500 extra that you need. And if you begin to say this every night before you go to sleep, one of these nights or one of these days, an aha, out of nowhere, a thought pops into your mind on an idea that you can do, something you can do to bring in that $500. The mind will find a solution. It may take a little longer, but if you stay consistent in asking your question in a positive way, how can I joyfully bring in $500? How can I easily bring in $500? In a positive way, you ask your question before you go to sleep, your mind will begin to deliver you answers. I still say you need to do your affirmations. I am, your identity. You know, the gay movement, the LGBTQIA movement has grown leaps and bounds when we begin to identify not as victims, not as second-class citizens, not as perverts or sinners, but when we identify as strong, capable, smart, equal with anyone else, regardless of their color, gender, desire, preference, it didn't matter. When the gay pride identified, they took pride in themselves. Some of you need to take pride in yourself. You have a right to be proud of yourself. There's something you have done in your life, you can hold your head up high. Maybe it's been a while where you haven't felt really good about yourself. But instead of focusing on your failures or your shortcomings, this week, focus on the times that you did do it right, that you went out of your way, that you stuck to your diet, or you worked extra hard, or there's things you can find. Instead of looking for the negative, find the positive. Now, there's a gratitude assignment a lot of people do where it's called before you go to bed, you write down 3 things you were thankful for that day. 3 things that went right. It may be simple as, I'm thankful today that I got to work easily. All the lights turned green. Or I'm thankful today I got up on time. I didn't hit the snooze button. Or I'm thankful that I stuck to, and you write 3 things you're thankful for before you go to bed on what went right that day. Put it next to your bed. And then when you wake up in the morning, reread the 3 things that you were thankful for the night before. That way you're setting the day out already positive. That way you're already setting your intention that it's going to be a good day. But you're also going to ask your affirmation. You're going to form a question in a positive way over something that you would like to accomplish in your life to help your affirmation. I am is the most powerful thing. You know, they always say you can't raise your net worth until you raise your self-worth. Means you got to love yourself. You got to appreciate yourself. You got to respect yourself. And I can tell you that, and everyone's been telling you that. People have been telling you that forever. But you need to figure out how to do it. And to figure out how to do it is begin to monitor the inner conversation you're having with yourself. Catch yourself talking negative, complaining, and stop it. Just say, okay, I'm going to redirect my attention. There may be something I don't like. There may be something that I'm upset about. But I'm going to redirect my attention to something that I'm grateful, thankful, and happy about. And I'm going to begin to identify that. Another thing is, if you're hanging around people that are not going where you want to go, stop hanging around them. I have to tell some young people sometimes, choose your friends wisely. I had a friend for 30 years. I finally had to let it go. Why? Because identity is important. And if people are identifying with things that are against your integrity, against what you believe, you don't want to be in that. Now, I know some of you saying, well, that sounds so narrow-minded. That sounds so narrow-minded. We got to be open-minded. It's okay to be open-minded, but when you're choosing friendships and you're choosing stuff, it isn't that I'm saying you always want people to agree with you, but you do want to be around people that identify with you, that you're beautiful, that you're smart, that you're capable. Why? Because if they don't identify with your greatness, they're going to constantly bring you down. You want to fall in love with someone that sees how wonderful you are, because you're wonderful. You're God manifested in flesh, meaning you're an expression of the universe. You're gorgeous, and you need to be reminded of that. You know, we've been going over the colors in the rainbow flag. Every color represents something. I would recommend, if you haven't seen any of the other episodes of Raising Rainbow, go watch them. Please put it on your Instagram, put it on your Facebook, spread the word that we're proud of who we are. We're proud of where we're coming as a nation, but we got much further to go. But we know with the right I am attitude, we're going to reach these equality goals. So today's color, as we go through the colors, today's color is Kermit the Frog, green. Today's color is green right there. Green in the back of me. What did the green mean in the gay pride flag? Well, originally, when it was done in 1978, green meant nature, being part of nature. It also went on to mean prosperity and money. And we know that. A lot of people say, show me the green, give me the green. Because money in America is made on green paper, right? Or health, right? Green health, the trees and the spring and the grass and things that are healthy or ripe, they're green. So, well, not all things are green that are ripe, but you get the point. It's healthy, it's natural, it's in nature. You know, one thing to realize is your sexual orientation is very natural. It is natural for you. You know, they used to have the argument all the time, you don't see gay people in nature, and science has proven that to be a lie. There's tons of gay animals in nature, gay, you name it, they're out there. I've seen it. Go YouTube it. But it is natural for your sexual orientation to be whatever it is inside of you. As long as you're consenting adults and you're not molesting people and you're not raping people and you're not hurting people, and it's between 2 consenting adults or 3 consenting adults or whatever your number is, or whatever your preference is, it is natural. It's okay. It is healthy. What has happened for too long is why people identify with shame in their sexuality is because we were told that it was sinful, that it was perverted, that it was wrong, that it was unnatural, trying to make you feel ashamed. Shame is one of the most disempowering things in the world. It will keep you from knowing your true value, your true worth. It's a wasted emotion. It is an evil emotion. If you're ashamed of something, apologize, forgive, make amends, but don't stay in the energy of an shame, and don't take on the shame just because maybe your parents say you should be ashamed, or your grandparents, or your society. If you're not hurting nobody, you have no reason to be ashamed. Hold your head up high. Sexuality is a natural, beautiful thing that Mother Nature has given us to enjoy. And what is very interesting about this is that green is prosperity, green is health, and it's natural. When you are hiding your sexuality, that's not natural. That's not natural. It is hard to prosper and to be healthy if you're ashamed of yourself. And so today I encourage you, no longer live in shame. No longer be afraid. Don't stay in the closet. If you're able to be in a country where you can come out, be proud of who you are. Hold your head up high. It doesn't matter whether you love a man or a woman. The question is, are you a good person? Are you kind? Are you loving? Do you help a person in need? Do you give to charity? Do you recycle? Those are the questions that we need to hold our head up high. And if you're able to be comfortable in your sexuality, you should be proud of yourself. Because society that's yelling, you should feel bad. You hold your head up high like this flag and say, I'm going to prosper. I'm going to be good. I'm going to have a happy life because I'm not buying into the blame game. I'm not buying into the shame pain. You're trying to bring pain on me by spreading shame, but really it's a projection. They have their own shame. Most of the time, the preachers or preachers and a lot of the far-right Republicans would a lot of times say, gay's wrong, and they would try to do gay legislation, only to find out what were they doing, paying to have sex with younger men, right? Their hate, the hate. If they're spreading hate, it's because there's something they're ashamed of. You should not have to be ashamed whether you're gay, lesbian, bisexual, pansexual, asexual. No. Don't identify with shame. That's the worst thing you can do, in my opinion. In fact, identify with prosperity. Identify with health. You never have. And if there's something that you are ashamed about, talk to whoever you need to talk to. Meet it head on. If you make a mistake, own it. It's okay to make mistakes as humans. It's okay to have failures. No one said you had to be perfect. Everyone acts like everyone's got to, a lot of these Christians are like, accept Jesus, he saves you. And then the next thing you know, you got to always be perfect. And now this channel is not about thinking that anybody's lost. We're only lost when we are not authentic to our own self. The greatest truth is the self-discovery that you have every right to be proud, to be loving, and to be kind about your own identity. You are on this planet. You were placed here. You're meant to be here. If you're breathing, this is your time. This is your moment. This is your era. This is the history you're leaving behind. A history for others to see. That we have every right to enjoy life. We have every right to be successful. I'm telling you, some of you LGBTQ entrepreneurs, I wish you would email as we get the email set up. Email or comment and tell us, show us the great success that you're having. Not just because you're gay or, straight or gay, but share your qualities. Share what you've learned with the younger generations. That there's nothing about our sexual orientation that can hold us back. Yes, maybe two men can't have a baby, but boy, they can be phenomenal fathers. Great mothers, uncles, and aunts that have every right to hold their head up high. So, as we recap our formation, start asking whatever you need, whether it's an increase, whether it's to lose weight. You can say, how do I easily and joyfully lose weight? Ask these questions, same question, just one question over and over again before you go to sleep, and then watch the ahas come. Watch the internal dialogue. Never say I'm stupid or I'm bad or I'm evil. It's okay to say, hey, I made a mistake. Making a mistake is not the same thing as being a mistake. You're never a mistake. You are phenomenal. All right, everyone. I love you. God bless you. Spirit bless you. Universe bless you. We'll see you in the next episode. And we're getting excited. We're getting closer to June for Gay Pride Month. But we're proud every day. And don't forget to raise the rainbow.